Good morning. We're back.
Good morning.
All right, Rachel Sigl, my beautiful teacher.
Too kind.
Is so sweet, teaches teachers and lots of students too. But anyway, one of the things I thought would be fun is to just offer little tiny moments of fitness. So they're very doable for that type A that is always out trying to figure things out and what's next and feng shuiing their day. But Rachel and I are just going to do a tiny core one today. We did a hip opener last week, and today we're going to just do some core strength. I've had 3 C-sections, so a lot of my core is kind of dormant, and so Rachel's going to help me find some of those, and it'll be fun to just, if you could just do 5 or 6 minutes of core, make a difference for your lower back, and all that sitting we tend to do.
Yes, every day.
It's all you,
that
girl.
homeschool life right now.
Yes.
Okay, let's start off with cat-cow, my favorite. It's just a nice little setup for everything. Again, mind your markers, right? Shoulders over the wrists. Good. Hips over knees. If you feel a bit tighter, your knees will go back a little further. That's okay. And then as you start to inhale, reach forward. Good. And then think, you're reaching the sternum forward, right? So pulling forward, still getting traction in the fingertips. And then as you exhale, breathe into the shoulder blades, right? Good. Get deep breaths. You breathe into that low back space, right? Good. Inhale, reach, and then you're pressing shoulders back and down same time. Good. And then exhale. Think every exhale, breathe through these shoulder blades, right? Deeper you get, press up out of the arms. Good. Inhale, reach. Good. Take it one more. And then on your exhale, if you want to get a bit deeper, you can press into the toenails, into the floor, right? Automatically activates that deep, deep, low belly. Good. And then on the last one, you're just going to come back to neutral. Perfect. Good. And then I love a good bird dog. So your markers are to keep your hips square first, and then you're going to reach out your right arm. Same thing, right? Your markers, there's shoulders over the wrist, hips right over the knees, arms reaching forward, and then the opposite leg is going to come out nice and slow. Good.
What if people out there have sore wrists? What would you suggest?
So if you're in wrist land, right, you just for preservation or just are a little bit weak, you can always come up on your fists, right? Make a total fist, come up. Takes pressure off, but it's going to strengthen all those little tiny muscles in and around. Good.
Okay.
And she's got a slight turn out, right? And that's normal. And then you just make it even as you come back down to alternate.
Think about the crown of the head lengthening,
Yes.
keeping the cervical spine straight.
And then same thing here. Natural to lean on this hip, right? But you can go to press up and out of it. Just gets right into the stabilizers. Good. And then release. Other side you go. Good. And same thing. You're reaching. Inhale as you take it out, right? Same thing. Good. Hips are square, right? It just minds your low back. Good. And then you're pulling shoulders back and down. It's okay to have a slight bend in the arms. Just takes pressure off your shoulder. Good. And then one more. Inhale, exhale, coming down. Reach it. Nice. And if you find any difficulty on this left hip, you can always stay on both arms and take out the leg first as a progression. No problem there. And think, still pull your belly in on the reach, right? You don't want to relax into it. Low back susceptible. Good. And then last one. Reach it nice and slow. Perfect. And this leg, right? She's pretty good. It's active. Glutes are turned on. Again, really good for low back. And then extension. Nice. Good. And as you exhale, coming back to all fours. Perfection.
Well, you really do lean into that hip. So if you're doing it, just try to notice. So push up and out of that hip. That was a great cue.
Yep. And then you can always compensate with that opposite hand as well, right? And then for a little deep core blaster here. So hands and knees right here. You can come up on the fists. Again, you can go flat wrist, no problem. And then you press your toes into the floor, right? And if you press your toes in, you're activating the core. And then you just hover the knees off, 1 inch, knees only, right back down. So it's inhale, and then exhale as you come up. Belly in, press, good. Inhale, and again, she's pressing up out of arms, pressing into toes. Super small, right? These aren't super high, because all you're worried about is this deep low muscle. There you go. Lower, poor woman. There you go. 5 more. Pull belly in, exhale, lift, pull shoulders down. Nice one. Good one. Good adjustment. And again, you're just keeping your neck neutral, right? To keep everything relaxed. 3 more. Perfect.
Do you actually rest or do you just tap?
It's a tap, but again, it's a rep. So it gives you a chance to just reset, because obviously nobody can stay up there all day long. 2 more. Last one. Relax. Perfect. But it's a really good activator, really good burner to start. And then I love coming all the way down to your back. Swoop around. Perfect. Good. I love adding this in because it's a nice hip compression as well as fitting into core. So your left leg is going to go straight out onto the floor. It's going to relax. Good. And then you're going to bring the right knee into your chest. And again, you're grabbing below the knee, never on the knee. Good. Perfect. And then the left leg becomes active, so it's not resting on the floor. So lift slightly up. Good. And this knee is coming up towards your shoulder, right? So that's the goal, or the direction you would. And then as you go, you're gonna switch and alternate. Nice and slow. Take it out. And then pull belly in, exhale as the knee comes back. Yes, exactly. And again, your goal is to keep your low back onto the floor. If it comes up, you just shrink up the movement. You don't have to go out as far. She's totally fine here. And then as you go out, you're relaxing the opposite leg at the same time, even though it's up off the floor. Good. And same thing, you're pulling your shoulders down and back. So everything's working in opposition, but it's a really good core fire upper. There you go. Take a couple
It's
more.
really easy to just use momentum here.
Yes.
That's a cheat. So I'm
Yes.
just pointing that out.
Uh-huh.
So make sure you
Just to
sort
get
of
through it. Mm-hmm.
like drag that leg in with the core.
Exactly.
So slow it down would be my suggestion.
Just until you feel like you're getting some activation. Yep. 2 more. Perfect. Last one. Love it. Good. And then I like to bring both knees into chest just to chill everybody out, and low back's good. And then we're going to take the right leg up to the ceiling here. Perfect. And again, you're grabbing under the hamstring or you're grabbing at the shin, depending on your flexibility. And then the left leg again is going to go out, but hover. Nice. So slight bend in the knee, right? So you get a dynamic stretch as you pull this in, and then it's a big scissor and you're going to alternate. Perfect. Again, deep core, belly in. As you come up, exhale. Good. Just
Again,
slide
super
out.
easy to cheat. I'm just telling you what I'm doing here.
Right.
So you got to make sure we're pulling that belly in, right?
Totally. Otherwise, you'll be swimming.
It's
Just swimming. And then pull belly in. Right. And again, your markers are your low back, right? And then your shoulders are back and down. If your shoulders come up, it's okay. No problem, because you're trying to reach your feet or reach your leg. There you go. Take a couple more here. And again, the lower you go, the harder it is, right? So she's pretty good. But you can keep the leg up higher, no
yeah,
problem.
it could be up here.
Yep, no problem. Just go to your own limit, and you can also keep the knees a deeper bend in them as well. If you find you're just a little bit tight in the hips, no problem. Yep, exactly. Last one, perfection. Good. Relax, both knees into chest. Awesome. Good. And now I love this one, the frog crunch. So this automatically takes out your frogs, your hip flexors.
Okay.
So you bring your knees up to your chest. Perfect. And glues the heels together, toes apart. Nice. Good. Yes.
I hate this one.
And then the
Just
upper
saying.
body. Effective, but again, yes, not fun. So you crunch up with it, belly in, bring it up, and then release back down. So again, here, on the exhales, you want to pull this low belly into the floor. Gluing the heels together, right? You're activating. Good. Back to the legs. Automatically raises your hips and your flexors. And then again, your shoulders are back and down. She's great here. If your neck tends to bug you, you can always cradle your hands, or cradle your head with your hands. I swear I always say that. There you go. Perfect. Nice. Couple more here. Just looking good. And again, if your low back comes up, you bring the knees in, feet in a little bit closer, no problem. Just until you get to those points. Last one. Yeah, relax. Good. Bring knees into
And make
chest.
sure you're super gentle on your baby belly. You know, if you're curling and there's a little pooch, you had some babies.
It's
Doesn't matter. And even if you haven't, be gentle on yourself.
100%. I like to close it out with, let's go into a plank. Let's start on the knees. Perfect. This is just the ultimate finisher, my favorite, but it's literally the best core builder you can possibly have. Again, we can start on the knees. If you want a little bit more, you can go to the toes. You're coming forward, so shoulders
plank.
are over
Got it.
wrists. Yeah, there you go. No, you're good.
And again, if there's wrist issues,
Yep, go to the fists if it feels better. You can also do this on the wall too if you just find yourself, you just don't want to hold yourself up yet.
yeah, it's a great
Mhm.
suggestion. Start on
Totally.
the wall.
No problem. Yep, gotta find your limits and then you can progress. So you're pulling the shoulders back and down, neck is neutral, right? Straight line from your neck to your tailbone. She's badass, so she's gonna come up high. And then each exhale, so pull this belly in, right? That's your guy. You wanna keep this totally supported. Low back, you can even have a slight round in your back, no problem. Still pressing up out of the arms, right? So you're not sinking into the shoulders. Good. And then pull that guy in. I like a good 30-second hold, you know, but like, you know.
So for that, then you'll want to be on your knees.
Yeah, 100%, no problem.
Especially if you're just starting.
Progression is it. And if you're out, your wrists just in between start to bug, you can always take it to your forearms as well, no problem. Yes, ma'am, because that's all the same.
Lots of options.
It's all the same. Yep.
Well, that's
There you
great.
have it.
It's just
Yes.
it's just a little something, but that core is so powerful as we age.
Mm-hmm.
And for
100%.
me to kind of start finding those
Yes.
muscles again has
Yes.
been really helpful.
Yes, and as you're sitting more these days, it's definitely take a break in between on your lunch break. Go do it. Do it on daily practice.
Yeah,
It'll
and even
actually
if you're at somewhere and you can just hold it on a wall, just
Totally.
lean into it.
totally just
Yeah.
activate.
Yep,
Mhm.
just activate that
Yep.
core.
Good job.
So, all right, have a beautiful day.
Thank you.
And if you want more information, rachelsigl.com or letyourcolour.com.
There you go. Absolutely.
Have a great day.
Thanks.